do that. You don't do that. Like, hello, you don't do that. What are you talking shit for? You ain't got focus for. You don't got focus for. What you carrying around for? You ain't got something. You ain't lose that. Always gonna lose that. You can't. Set your opinion to the bus, and he goes like, Ollie, Ollie, Ollie. And I said, Ollie, Ollie, Ollie. Yeah, why not big 16? No, you ain't D. Put the belly up in the G. Tell you go friend, no speed. Why not big 16? What's it, I just speak bars. Let's go to the yo. You man, the pin up game when I just lost out, I'll be 25. Don't worry about that, I'll be 25. This year man's gonna be 25. Crowd won't die, let's see 25. I'll see when it up, don't see when it down.
Caps Off, episode 7. First and foremost, I just want to thank everybody for watching our previous shows. With that said, I just want to introduce my fellow hosts. Over to camera number 1.
AIDA, aka Mr. Smith. It's good to be back.
Last but not least,
How you doing, everyone? Shocker, yeah?
so today we have a special guest. This is part 2 actually, for Mr. DJFREE. DJFREE, welcome back to Caps Off. Glad to see you again.
Good.
Going to touch on some subjects which we didn't touch on last time, you know what I'm saying? So let's kick it off. So DJFREE, how have you been?
Alright, yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, still itching to get out there and do shows, but
Yeah, I can imagine.
soon come be like that.
Lockdown affected. So the last time you done a show was
Early March last year in Prague, the last one was.
Was that
Okay.
meant to be the last show, though?
No, we were supposed to go, the next day we were supposed to go to Zurich, Switzerland,
yeah.
but they'd locked down all of that, Italy and Switzerland and that, so we couldn't go there.
So these are all scheduled, what you had in the diary?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and there was obviously a lot more dates throughout the year that we didn't get to do, and that, I mean, we were supposed to go to Australia, New Zealand after, I think it was April, but we was in lockdown, so we couldn't go there.
So did you come back because of lockdown or?
Yeah, we come there a day early because we were supposed to do Zurich, but it was cancelled, so we had to come back from Prague instead.
Was that in March?
Yeah, March last year.
Because I remember March last year because I got married, and yeah, we came back in March, and the week was it 5 days before it was just lockdown.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
Yeah.
So was you disappointed that?
I was tired. I'd already been out on the road for 2 weeks, so I was kind of looking forward to getting home as well. So, but I mean, yeah, I was disappointed I didn't get to do the last shows. If you know what I mean.
So how was Zurich?
I didn't go to Zurich. Zurich was cancelled.
What was the other one? Sorry.
Prague.
That was it. How was Prague?
Yeah, Prague was good.
Prague was good.
Yeah, there's a good crowd there.
Yeah.
So where would have been the last place that you lot would have ended the tour then?
In Zurich.
In Zurich?
Yeah, that was the last day.
That was the last day?
Yeah. I think there was 14 dates and we done 13.
So you already done the UK then?
No, we didn't do the UK. We started on the Europe. So it was started in Germany, Berlin. Then it was to Copenhagen, Amsterdam, back to Germany, then to France, back to Germany again, Poland, Czech Republic, yeah, so it was all over. Sort of Stockholm, Oslo, all that way. It was good.
So who funds that?
Well, that was Stormzy's tour, so
Yeah.
it was
So the team?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we were allocated a budget and we just worked from that.
Yeah.
So was it, you lot was on the tour bus then travelling all?
No, like he was, but we was flying to each destination. Apart from, I think it was Cologne to Paris. We decided, because the flights were early in the morning, something ridiculous, like 6 o'clock in the morning. We just missed the flights, even though we had them booked and paid for. And we rented a car, you know, where you can drive from one place and leave it at the other place.
Yeah.
So we just done that, like from Cologne to Paris. I think it was like 8-hour drive.
Man, that's madness.
But it meant that we could have a line, because we hadn't had a line for ages, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Because when you like you've done a show, by the time you know gone to bed, you're up early, you're at an airport again, flying to the next place. It takes it out of you, especially when you're doing it every day for 2
I can
weeks.
imagine, yeah.
So yeah,
And then you've got to get up on stage and do your thing.
yeah.
But I suppose the crowd would just sort of rebuild your energy anyway.
It was mental.
Yeah.
It was mental, yeah. There's big obviously he's a big artist, and so he's going to draw in big crowds. I know he was just warming up, but there was still reaction there. You know what I mean? And there was still lots of people in the venue at the time. I think Copenhagen was 10 to 15,000, and they were all sold out. Every ticket was gone. So yeah, mental.
What's
And
the
then-
atmosphere like on the tour bus?
On a tour
I've
bus.
never been on a tour bus. I'm just curious to know what
I've
it's
stayed on a tour bus for just under 2 weeks,
Yeah.
and that was on the streets tour. And yeah, it's a bit, you know, you got them little bunk beds up the top
Yeah.
and that now. Like, I just got a blanket and that now, when it's because they've got like a little living room area and a
Yeah.
kitchen area and that in there, and I just got them under the sofas there, and it, you know what I mean, pitched up there. I was too claustrophobic up there, man. But yeah, you love it and you hate it.
So when you like are sleeping, is that when the bus is still travelling through the night then?
Yeah, he travels through the night. So we'll come off, do the show. They'll pack everything away into the lorries, all the stage equipment and that, and then we'll get on the bus, like get into bed or whatever, or just chill out, and he'll drive through the night to the next city. Like, I mean, we started in Brum. We done the show. There was a little after party thing we went to. Jumped back on the bus. I went to sleep and I woke up in Glasgow. You know what I mean? Like, and now I've got a full day, like refreshed and everything. You know what I mean? So it was good in the way, yeah. But it's being on a bus with like 10 other people for 2 weeks. You know what I mean? I mean, we was having to book hotel rooms to have showers and that, and not every venue had showers and that. So it was just, you know, man, go up to the hotel, freshen up and that, and then you're alright. But yeah, it's an experience.
I got a question. I don't think we touched on this last time. Why do they call you DJFREE? Where did that name
Basically,
derive from?
Graffiti.
Oh, that's how you started?
When I was young, yeah.
Okay,
No,
right.
like
Okay.
everyone used to have a tag in it.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, that's what I mean. And like, you know, you're doodling on your school books and that in class and that now. And I seen like a magazine and it just had like a free something in it, but it had the writing, and I thought, oh, that'd be sick to write. So I just started writing it, and then it just stuck with
That's
me,
where
and
it stuck.
everyone just started calling it me, and yeah.
Fair play.
So at that time, it wasn't about music; it was just about the tagging.
Yeah, that was,
Yeah,
that was
that
just
was
the
it.
name and that. So then when I started the music, it was already right for me to use the name Free.
Okay,
Because all
so,
my friends called it me anyway. So
so what was your biggest influences, and who's been your biggest influence in music?
DJ Big Mikey. I mean, I used to listen to his sets when I was younger. You know, when I wasn't really out there, but I was still, you know, I used to listen to his sets and I used to think, yeah, he's killing it, man. I want to be on radio. You know what I mean? I'd love to do a set with Big Mikey and stuff like that. And then when I met him, he helped me. You know what I mean? He gave me advice. He got me on Silk City Radio. I mean, I was on there for like 7 to 8 years. And yeah, so he helped me a lot, and I looked up to him.
So you know, when you with innovation, who's in the innovation with you?
Well, it's Vader. Vader started it, and at first it was crews inside a crew. If you know what I mean, everyone come together under this banner, Invasion. And then when I joined, there wasn't as many people. There was more people in it before I joined, and then over the years it got smaller. But I think it was the more serious people that stayed on it, if you know what I mean. You know what I'm saying? Like
Who was that?
Vader, Hitman, JK, Socks, Depsman, D2, Tazzle, Hazman. There was loads of people. There was producers, everything in there. So
You just mentioned someone's name there, Deps.
yeah,
Yeah, because rest in peace to him.
yeah,
Rest in
Yeah,
peace.
definitely. Because that was a friend of yours as well.
yeah,
you know,
yeah.
good friend
Close
of yours,
friends. I
isn't he?
mean, we used to be together every day. JK, D2, Deps, Socks, and we used to go all over the place. So yeah, it hit us all hard when he passed, and it was it was a tough time.
Was he there when it happened?
No, I was at my girl's house, and my phone battery died, and I fell asleep, and I don't know why I woke up at like 2 in the morning or something like that. I said I gotta go home. I was just like, why? Like just stay home? Like nah. I need to go home. I need my own bed and that. And I went home, went to bed, put my phone on charge, and something made me wake up at 6 o'clock in the morning. Yeah. I had a notification from one of my other friends like, "But Deps is okay." I'm thinking, what's all that about, like? So I open up my Twitter and I start seeing stuff on the Twitter and that. So with that, I phoned up JK, and he was at the hospital, and I was like, what's happening? He's like, yo, he's been stabbed, like. We're at the City Oak Hospital. So alright, I'm coming now. So I threw my clothes on and that. And then by the time I got like, out of my bedroom door, I had a message from him to say he'd gone. So then it was just like a case of getting from my house to the hospital, which was like a good half-hour drive. Getting there as fast as I could, you know what I mean? And yeah, it was really sad, and it was hard to take at the time.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
what's some of the memories that you have with Deps?
There was lots. I mean, we all went Magaluf. It was our first like time abroad as a group, and that
Well, I think there was
Skepta was performing over there, and he wanted them man to come and jump on his set and that. So like I wasn't there to do DJ or anything like that, but I went over there to, you know what I mean. We was all going as a group. There was loads of us, and like yeah, them times there, a lot of memories, and then just the road trips and stuff like that.
Yeah, because he was set to blow in a big way, innit?
Yeah, he was on his way.
Shanna's ting, yeah? Alright then. Listen. Yo, I smoke Wonderberry till my lungs are heavy. Now I'm on waves like say I jumped the ferry. Cotton G soul, man, I slumped already. Now it don't take long to get bust. Yo, Cosmic Road, the next Z up. Man, I'm in a beef and the next tune's fucked. So don't think that you can step to us. Make slug fill your belly like it ate too much. Fill your belly like it ate too much. I bet that you bet too much. Me, I used to get vexed too much. Can't bear man when I send threats too much. But it's cool though. If you know me, phone me, I don't send text too much.
So what was the first memories you have of him? How did you meet?
Basically, one of my friends, he doesn't do music or anything and that, just that I grew up with, he said to me, bruv, have you seen this youth? I said, what, mate, show me this. He's like, he's 14 years old, you know, bruv. Or 15 or something like that. And I'm like, yo, this youth is hard. You know what I mean? Then I seen he had him and another MC that was in Invasion Socks were sending for each other at one point on like I think it was Grind Blog or something like one of the old channels. And then he come to what set we done. JK invited him and he showed it, and like, man's going, yo, he's 15 and this and that, and then man were talking and that now, and we wanted to put him in the team. But obviously there's the thing, you know, we got to speak to Socks first, you know what I'm saying? So JK went and spoke to both parties and that, and it was like, yeah, cool. Gone to Vader and that, like, yo, let's put Deps in. So we put him in the team, and it was probably one of the best things we've done for that. You know what I mean?
So you say you had to speak to Socks and Vader, so was that a different...
Nah, obviously, like, if they haven't got problems with each other, but you know what I mean, you've just sent for each other, and you know what I mean, so you got to make sure that both parties are cool with the idea, you know what I mean? Because they're both going to be repping the same thing, if you know what I'm saying. So you got to make sure they're both going to be cool with each other, and you know what I'm saying.
So once that all was established, then you like went forward as a group. Then
Yeah, that's where he was going everywhere. You know what I mean? And he was mature. He had a mature head on him for a young age, and he was always down to come wherever. Like, you know, gotta go to Newcastle. Yeah, I'm down. You know what I mean? Just
So
active.
Black Crate was.
Yeah. And he, as I say, dropped his album not long before he passed away as well. I think he got the first payment like a couple of days before, or something like that. And then he bought his mum a watch like the day before it happened, and stuff like that. So I think it was sad.
So was there any unreleased tracks that he had done before?
There was a couple. I'm sure his mum released one or two, and I know there's some more on somebody's hard drive, but I think it's a bit of a saga to get them. So it's one of them.
That's sad though. It's sad. That story was a sad story. It really was. Seriously. Especially because I know he's trying to do something good that day himself.
Yeah, he was. I mean, it was a fundraiser for his friend that had been stabbed the year before and died. And he went there because he was doing well. You know what I mean? He went to help. You know what I mean? I think he was going to perform and a few tunes and stuff like that. And then then all that happened.
So what's your take on, I know road is road, but what's your take on the situation and like knife crime and,
Obviously,
the
I don't agree with it. I mean, what's stopping you from stabbing a straight man? You know what I mean? I'd rather straighten somebody than lose than stab somebody. You know what I mean? I'd rather just take it as a man and I got knocked out in it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, too many people.
Then lose my head and take a life, and then end up ruining my own life, my son's life, my family's life. You know what I mean? Yeah. But that's all you need to think about is the effect, because you're not just affecting one person.
Sometimes it is difficult to sort of think that way, especially in the heat of the moment. And I think a lot of the kids they just need education, and I think it comes from above.
It comes from us as adults, really. We have to teach the youngers, and they teach their youngers underneath them. That's what's the truth of it. We have to start really from all of us. We all have to take something and take to our children. A lot of parents sometimes, they don't believe that their child's doing anything. They say, "Oh, my child's brilliant and good," and really, they don't even know that their child's stepping out the door and they're picking up a knife to go out the door with. And we all know that it's happening, but some of us turn a blind eye to it, and that's what we need to stop that now.
It's true, we need to have that conversation and make other parents understand that your child could be in a gang. I'll put my hands up, I know my son ain't no saint, you know what I'm saying? He's gone to prison and he's also been a victim of knife crime. He was stabbed, and I wouldn't wish that on anybody, but it's is a conversation we need to have, and as parents, fathers and mothers, we need to get that act together as well. You know what I'm saying? And have a conversation. But
True.
That's for our next show.
Yeah, that is definitely. Because I know that there's too much life at this moment. What's being lost to things like this, and especially like even people who are talent. Because as I could say, Depp's really, his album just really blew up, and that happened to him. So we never actually saw what the outcome of what he actually done, really.
But we could see it.
And that's
we
the
could
thing.
see, being in the studio with him and that while he was writing his album, you know what I mean? And he was, making tunes and that for years. Even just going on sets and stuff like that, you could tell that he was going to be big, he was going to blow up.
Because before he made the album, what was it, Not far. Didn't you have a clash with somebody?
Oh, Lord of the Mics.
Yeah, Lords of the
yeah,
Mics,
he
he
was
did
on
it,
Lord of
yeah.
the Mics with K-Dot, yeah.
Yeah.
And K-Dot from Sheffield, we watched
Yeah.
him and that. I still think that's one of the best clashes on the whole. So I think there's like 7 or 8 series now. I think that one's one of the best out of the whole lot.
So did he do that before he actually made his album?
Yes. Yeah, I think it did, yeah.
Yeah.
So was that what got him in? As in, was that
No,
the
I
one
think-
that blew him up? Or
No, I think
what was it?
he already had a name and a buzz before that.
Mm.
I think just from the YouTube days and that, even from when he was young. And that, and he
But
had a
there's
lot
that
of,
one
had a big
set-
fan base.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, there's that one set that just propels it, isn't it?
I think it was more of like a freestyle video or something like that.
Okay.
Yeah, one of his early ones and that. I think he that's where his fan base started and it grew. Yeah, I think it would have carried on growing, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, most definitely.
Because I mean, there was big women, you know, saying like, yo, Dep's on that, like, yo, like, yeah, man. Oh. I'm thinking, yo, I'm 16, you know. And they're like, what? Don't tell no one I said that, you know what I mean? I'm like, yo. But big women and that, like, you know what I mean? And yeah.
So we just had that, that personality that,
Yeah.
that just made people warm to him.
Yeah. Yeah, he was a good kid.
I'm gonna put you on the spot.
Um,
Out of everyone in Invasion, in your opinion, who do you think is the best
the best.
in Invasion? You don't have to answer it.
No, I can answer. I'd say sucks.
Sucks.
Yeah.
Lyrics.
Lyrically.
Yeah.
Lyrically.
Flow.
Lyrically sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Who's the worst? Again, you don't need to answer that.
I don't even think there was really a weak link like that. That was a harsh one. No, but I don't think we really had a weak link like that. There might have been a man that wasn't as out there as some of the others, but I don't think that everyone was put in there for a reason, innit? Because they were hard.
So, what do you think? Well, alright then. After everything what happened, with, how do you think it changed all of you lot then? With what happened to Debs?
Well, at first, I think it threw us off the rails a bit at first, and that, you know what I mean? Drink and stuff like that, and basically just trying to get over it, if you know what I mean. But then, I think afterwards, it made us want it more, knowing that he would want us to. You know what I mean? So I think that pushed us more.
Yeah. Yeah, I know that he'd be proud of you. Like, he'd definitely be proud of all of you because you did step up. All of you stepped up your game. So
Yeah, man.
you know,
That's what we would have been doing if he was here anyway. So,
So, as a DJ, you're not gonna like every tune, are you? So there's a tune that's mashing up the club now, and you know if you play that, it's gonna mash up the dance, but you don't like it. What do? Do you play it? And do you turn your earphones down and then wait for a minute and a half when you know you can mix it in, then turn it back on?
no.
So you just won't play
Won't
it.
I like to play what I like.
It's
innit?
gonna mash up
Yeah.
the dance.
Yeah.
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 Okay.
I wouldn't play either.
But I have been in them situations before, like,
Where you get
and
loads of
someone's
requests.
told me to play it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I think I don't really like this, but I played it. And you know, one of them.
What's the worst song you ever played?
Uh,
That someone's asked you to play, and you know you didn't want to play it.
Like, I don't even think. I think there was one time, it was somewhere, and someone told me to play that solo 4/5 Feed Them to the Lions, but it was just after all of that madness come out about him, and he was locked up and that. And I don't know if you know like about that. He got done for like
some pictures,
some raping and stuff like that now, isn't it? Yeah. And someone asked me to play it, and I was like, I can't play that now. You know what I mean?
Around the time and definitely.
I can't play that.
It's like playing an arcade track.
Definitely. You know what I mean?
Timing.
But there's never been anything that I've had to play that, you know, never cringed. Like, so there's nothing weird, never really. Nothing like that. But if they do ask for something like that, I ain't got it. You know what I mean? More time, the music that I've got on my stick and that is like what I like anyway. So yeah, I'll just stick to that.
Say a DJ. So would you say you're an adaptable DJ? Could you say do a set an hour long of like reggae or pop or
No. Like I could do old school garage, grime, bit of bass line, drum and bass and stuff like that, but I couldn't mix it all with pop and reggae and stuff like that. No. More like rave music. You know what I mean? Bass music. You know, people like to go out and get mashed too. You know.
Yeah, but growing up, what did you listen to then? If you couldn't mix
all
reggae and stuff.
All of what I play.
Yeah.
Drum and bass, grime,
That's what you grew
garage.
up on.
Yeah.
So that's your passion.
Yeah. It's not so much bass line and that. Like for bass line, I have to like the tune. If you know what I mean. Like I can't just listen to any old bass line, but yeah, there are some bits of it I like.
Because bass line's more of it's just a beat, isn't it? So there's not really much like lyrical content to it. So you're just feeling the music. Really,
You know, you scared me for a minute. You know, I thought he was going to say something that I thought, you know, he's going to mention something beginning with V. I thought man was going to say, so then, V.
Next question.
No, I'm not going there. We're not going there.
We're not mentioning no V's today. Anything with V's not getting mentioned. No vinyl.
Okay, so when you got back from tour, how did you keep yourself busy? Because obviously you couldn't, do anything. How did you keep yourself busy?
I didn't, to be honest. I was bored out of my head at home. But I did do one show for Wireless.
Okay.
I think it was Alexandra Palace. And basically I was on stage. There was nobody in the crowd. And there was just the 360 cameras everywhere, like just filming and that. And then we done it. And then it come out, I think it was like a week later, they done it as like an online festival on YouTube.
Okay.
Was that a charity one you said?
Yeah, I think it was for charity, the Wireless one, I think it was, yeah.
So you do a lot for charity as well then?
I try to do as much as I can, you know what I mean? So.
That's good, that is, yeah. Anyway, so, all I can say is that, for our last question to you is that, it's good that you're where you are and everything. And I did ask you last time where do you see yourself, but I won't even ask you that. I'll just ask you is, when do you think you're going to be back out on tour so the people can see everybody again?
Hopefully June 21st. We'll lift the restrictions and that, and I think there's a few bookings lined up, a few festivals, a few trips out the country and that, so hopefully.
And the team's ready?
Yeah, we're always ready. Yeah. Team's always ready. I was at the office earlier and that they were planning for video shoot and that, so everything's just works running.
If you need anyone to carry the vinyl, the box vinyl. Here's the man, alright, he's going to carry the box vinyl.
The vinyl.
I'll carry USB for you, alright?
He's carrying the vinyl box. Don't even need it, but he's carrying it.
So how can our viewers, get to know more about you? Do you have a Twitter page?
Yeah, Twitter is at DJFREE Invasion. Same on the Insta account as well. So, and then the other two I use.
Okay, so that'll be down there in the link.
But then also, if you type it into YouTube as well, a lot of the sets from radio and over the years, and that, I mean, there's some sets on there that are like 12 years old and that, but it's all up on YouTube.
That's
a lot
good,
of
so
it.
people can get to
Yeah.
know you from back then and how
Yeah,
you
yeah.
progressed.
Yeah,
in
yeah.
DJing.
There's
Or
a
different
couple one extra sets and stuff on there, and that's all.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much again. Definitely.
Thank you for having me.
Definitely. That concludes your interview with KapsOff podcast. We'll definitely see you again in the future.
Yeah.
Definitely. So thank you for coming on the show again.
Yeah, thank you very much.
DJFREE in the building.
Back then they didn't wanna know, fam. Now we say they have to. Back then man couldn't get a show, fam. Now in one day I'll have to. I'ma blow in this thing, yeah I have to. Make my mum proud and my dad too. Gotta stay on the straight and narrow. Cause one day I'm gonna be a dad too. One love to all of my family. Can't forget my granddad too. Been supporting me from the start. Ail him up, yeah I had to. And the man them already know that. If you got my back then I'll back you. You get out what you put in. So family to put in the work I'm glad to. Stop time wasting and started learning. Stop waiting and started working. One love to the man in my circle, we're gonna make it, yeah that's for certain. One love to the haters pushing me to pick up the mic and keep working. One love to the industry people that try block man but it ain't working. Stop time wasting and started learning. Stop waiting and started working. One love to the man in my circle, we're gonna make it, yeah that's for certain. One love to the haters pushing me to pick up the mic and keep working. One love to the industry people that try block man but it ain't working. I couldn't get a show, fam. I was on the road, fam. So many people there, but I felt like I was on my own, fam. Yeah, I was on hot shit, got locked quick. I remember I was in a coke can, smoking weed, getting high, but same time I was on a low. Damn. Now you can go ask about they know, man. Hope it's from music and not just from the times I've had to KO, man. Now I come off the road and I'm doing my thing cause I got my own plan. Yeah, I do what I want when I like, don't take orders from no man. Stop time wasting and started learning. Stop waiting and started working. One love to the man in my circle, we're gonna make it, yeah that's for certain. One love to the haters pushing me to pick up the mic and keep working. One love to the industry people that try block man but it ain't working. Stop time wasting and started learning. Stop waiting and started working. One love to the man in my circle, we're gonna make it, yeah that's for certain. One love to the haters pushing me to pick up the mic and keep working. One love to the industry people that try block man but it ain't working. One love to my